Okay, so we're out in the shop again today, and I got a little piece I got a machine, so I figured I'd post a video and show how well the machine's running so far with the new power drawbar and the new belt drive. Everything really seems to be running nice, plenty of power, no problems with any tool pull out. Swing a pretty heavy cut. I could carry up to 80 thousandths depth of cut with my fly cutter at 8 inches a minute at 1200 RPM. No problem with that whatsoever with this new motor and the belt drive. I got this part programmed with a 70 thousandth step over on a 1/2 inch end mill at 4000 RPM. It handles it no problem, no tool pull out, and that's at 20 inches a minute feed rate. I guess we'll go ahead and get this thing started. The first part of this, probably not going to be able to see a whole lot because it's a fly cutter running coolant and it's going to throw coolant everywhere, so I'll try to clean the doors off in between the fly cutter and the end mill so you can see, at least see the end mill portion of it. Okay, so here we go. We'll get started now. Okay, so that's the fly cutter. I'll stop here and kind of get the doors cleaned up a little bit, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got the doors cleaned off now. I don't know how long it's going to last, but Okay guys, well there it is. I don't know if you can see it or not, but right in there in that radius right there, that's a lot smoother than it was, but it's still not as smooth as the straightaways. So it's better. A buddy of mine said something about my CV setting, so I went in my configuration folder and I set it higher. There, you can see a little better now without that coolant reflecting back up there, but it's still got like a little segmented look to it. It's better than it was, but still not exactly perfectly smooth. Where that's really smooth there, and it's not quite so smooth there. It's better than it was, like I say. I'm going to go up a little more on that setting that I checked. Seems to be making it better, so I'm going to go up a little higher. It was on 180, but I bumped it up to 200, so it made it somewhat better. So I think I'm going to bump it on up to about maybe 250 and see if that smooths it up even more on the next arc that I machine. So, but as you can tell, the old belt drive handled it pretty good. Here's some of the chips that it was making. Pretty good ball of chips there. Pretty good removal rate. 70 thousandths width of cut. And it was almost 1 1/4 inches. I think it was like 1 3/16 or 1 1/8 inches, something like that. But it had a little bit of a finish, a cleanup pass on the floor of the 3D adaptive, so there was a little left over that it went back and cleaned up. But for the most part, I mean, that was a pretty deep cut, so it handled it plenty good, and there was no tool pull out, so everything runs along real smooth there. 4,000 RPM, 20 inches a minute. So had a finish pass at full depth. That was 3,000 RPM at 10 inches a minute. That was a trace operation. Just go around and clean up maybe about 5 thousandths. This finish pass chips right there. And that's running along probably about, I think it was a little bit less than 1/1000 and a half chip per tooth. So cleaned up nice. It seems to work pretty good for a cleanup recipe. So, alright guys, well, I just thought I'd let you see what the old mill was up to. See how it was performing with the new belt drive and the power drawbar. Everything seems to be holding up real well. Power drawbar is really nice, being able to change tools without a whole lot of fuss. And the motor is extremely nice. It doesn't bog down a bit. Has no trouble handling anything I throw at it. So I'm real pleased with the motor. Real satisfied with the outcome of the belt drive conversion and power drawbar addition and all. So hopefully everything will run along real good with this. And, all right guys, well, we'll check in with you later. Thanks for watching. Subscribers are welcome. And till next time, take it easy. Okay guys, I got the piece out of the vise, and I wiped it down real good with a rag and got the coolant all off of it. And this is what it looks like right off of the vise. Just wiped down. Got the coolant residue off of it. Still got a little bit of, got a few issues with my side finish there, but I think it's mechanical, and I got a few upgrades coming up that'll hopefully smooth up all these issues and should take care of all these imperfections that I've got on the parts. We'll have to see how that turns out, but for now this is pretty good. Pretty good for the old benchtop mill there. Alright guys, that's a look at it. I've got to flip it over, face this raw material, this extra material off here, and put a couple of holes, one here and one on this side. So got a little bit more to go, but that's what it looks like right there. That's just the first setup. So alright guys, thanks.